Okay, this section O means for carrying a fountain drink. This is a product that I don't know if you've seen a version of this out on the market before. Honestly, I didn't really do much research. I just know I didn't. Um, I've never seen anything like this, and but it's something that really is needed out there, and um, but it was actually easier for me just to draft up a patent and show it to you guys, since I was making a provisional patent anyway with the 80 some odd products in it. So it was actually easier when I thought of this, because I actually thought of this because I got a drink. Because I almost never buy fountain drinks because they're such a pain in the butt to carry. It's one of the reasons. Um, and God forbid if you're carrying, two or more of them, there's really no way of doing it. It takes up both of your hands. You got to have one in each hand, or try to straddle a bunch in your arms. So there's just no way of carrying a stupid fountain drink. But yeah, I was at a fast food restaurant the other day, and they gave me a complimentary drink because my order took so long. And I brought it home with me, and I was trying to get out of the car, and I was like, oh man, I got to carry this stupid thing, because normally I have my own, I buy bottled pop. Again, it's just too difficult to mess with these things. But I was like, well, I have some of these grocery store bags. Let me try to stick one of these in a bag and see if I can carry it. And of course, the thing tipped over inside the bag. It was too roomy, but it still gave me the idea that, hey, I've never really seen any way carrying a fountain drink, and I can imagine if I was carrying more than just a drink for myself. I mean, what if I was carrying 3 or 4 of these, like for my whole family? I mean, I don't have enough arms. And then you're carrying your food and other things you might have bought, alongside you, along with it. I mean, it's gonna be a disaster. You're just gonna have to make multiple trips, and it's just ridiculous. Now here, I have outlined something called a drink bag, basically. My first embodiment. And this is a bag that's specially shaped, conically shaped, to accommodate various sizes of drink cups. And this, of course, would be a complimentary product at stores, and certainly one of the people I intend to try to offer a product like this for is a cup manufacturer, because this really could be a cheap product to make, but boy, it could really, it's just one of those things that, really helps as a complimentary product increase your business if you're selling fountain drinks, because like I said, these things are a pain in the butt. Now a lot of people will buy them and drink them in the car and stuff like that, but still, if you're carrying more than one drink, well, you're not going to be drinking all of them, are you? So at the end of the day, especially if you're picking up food for your family, or for people at work, or whatever, well, it becomes a real problem, getting these things around. But if they were in a form like this, a bag, that you could just stick the drinks in. If the drinks leak, well, it's going to go in the bottom of the bag. It's not going to leak all over your car. So, and it's designed in such a way that the lid, a typical drink lid, will actually be pressed. It'll have fairly uniform pressure around the top of it, but the forces acting on the lid actually act in such a way that it tends to direct the basically the lid into the cup, so it tends to act to prevent the lid from popping off inside the bag. So at the end of the day, that's certainly one way of doing this. And with something like this, you can carry 2 or 3 drinks with one finger, let alone one hand. I mean, you can carry probably maybe 4 or drinks or more with a hand if you put it on more a couple of fingers, and that leaves your other hand free for handling other things. I mean, it's just something that's crazy. It's not out there at every quick store and offered at every fast food restaurant, etc. Having something like this is just really much needed for a lot of people. Because like I said, even if you're going to drink your drink in the car, you can still set a bag like this basically in a cup holder, and still drink out of the straw, no problem. No problem at all. But then it's still in a bag and easy to carry with you inside your home, if you want to do that. Now, as an alternative, we do have like embodiment B, which is the idea of having, instead of a bag, you have this slip-on, and this isn't part of the cup generally. It's actually an add-on product, but it's made out of very thin plastic. Basically, these are just little handles that slip on it and kind of wrap around the cup a little bit, like you see here, when you're wanting to carry them, carry a given drink. So it's an alternative, method, and that could be made out of the same material as cups, if you wanted to, or it could be, that thin blister pack type packaging. It's really cheap, and it's used to protect a lot of packages on retail shelves. So there's many different ways of going about making or fabricating a product like this. And of course, there, in here are different designs for it too. This thing up here is kind of a two-part design, and this really is much more suitable for being made out of, again, some kind of waxed cardboard, or wax impregnated cardboard or something like that, like you might make a cup out of. This is more suitable for being made out of plastic, and these two out of probably some kind of plastic, unless you can use some kind of reinforced cardboard with stock or something like that. You guys are presumably going to be more experts on that than I, but this is something that I just cannot believe I've never seen. I'm 48 years old and I've never seen anything like this. But like I said, it's just an ongoing problem, and it'd be nice to actually have a solution. It is a comp product, but it's a kind of comp product that puts a smile on your customer's face. And this would be marketed, again, basically, all you need is to get it promoted is just a little color sign that shows people carrying these drinks around with these things near the dispenser, and being in a grocery store or on a counter at a fast food restaurant or what have you. These can be easily promoted that way. So, and plus, put your imagination, put your thinking cap on, and put your imagination to work, and there's several other ways these could be promoted. So at the end of the day, definitely read the text and listen. And I don't have a prototype of this per se, so what you see is what you get. But definitely listen to the Watch Me Last video. Watch that video. That'll contain any final remarks or points or ideas that I have about it. So, but this is, like I said, kind of the 3D CAD work on it. You see these have been cut in sections, so you can kind of see what's going on inside it. That's how I generated my drawings. But we got 3 different size drinks there for that version, and we got this these other versions over here. So that can actually work with various types of cups and so forth. So you got these as an option, and like I said, these things could be sold and kind of nested in a way, because they got to be somewhat, or should be somewhat, conical in their shape. So these actually could be sold as a big nest, kind of like you sell cups, you sell them nested. So if you happen to be a cup manufacturer that I'm talking to, the bags are nice because those can be sold just like plastic bags. So you could, if you're interested in buying this patent, you could just license it out to a bag manufacturer and have them go to town on it. So it's got a lot of potential in that way too. But at any rate, there's just several different methods that could be used for achieving a product like this in this IP offering. So again, I'll hope you will consider this, because it'd certainly be nice to see these on store shelves at some point in the near future, because I do think these will become very popular very quickly. And one method, I think I do discuss, I can't remember if I've made the final tape yet or not, because I'm doing these tapes for all these, because I got like 87 different products in this provisional patent. So I got a lot of tapes going on, so I can't keep track of everything going on. But I think I've already made the tape for this, where I discuss the possibility of to promote this, actually offering this for like a 2-year deal, to promote it, offering this to like like McDonald's or somebody like that exclusively for 2 years. Just to promote it, or for a year or 18 months, something like that, just to kind of get it off the ground. And they could take advantage of it, given the fact it is a comp product, but they could take advantage of it because, it may increase their sales a little bit by making happier customers. It's certainly, anytime you leave a pleasant experience in a customer's mind, either something they are aware of or something they're subconsciously aware of, that makes them more inclined to want to come back to your restaurant. So, at the end of the day, that's a possibility. You could offer it to a few non-competing concerns too, like say the biggest, 7-Eleven plus McDonald's or something like that, and just to bolster sales for an 18-month exclusivity period, and then start offering it freely to anybody that wants to buy them. Something like that is another possibility to promote these. So again, there's just a lot of different things you might be able to do to actually get this out of the market. But anyway, listen to the final tape in the series, and I hope to hear from you soon.